berm. But I think sometimes I've been a bit forgetful in turning the camera on, but I think sometimes when you're looking for these places, if you are watching it on
After
YouTube,
300 yards, you have reached
you
your
might just
destination.
remember where and think, oh, that don't look right, but now you know that driving down here does look right.
I haven't seen one sign
There
for a
is a
camping car
big
yet.
blue sign there, but that might be
It's for swimming.
You have reached your destination,
Camping
Avenue
car.
Melissa.
Yeah, there we go. There, 50 metres it said.
Camping car pavilion. Wow, it's definitely. Hello, Buff. Oh. Crunchy leaves. Somewhere new to wee on. Don't you be going too far. Well, early evening everybody, which is a bit unusual for us. We are at the Basin or Archeron, or very near to it. We are at the Pavilion Camping Car Park Up, which at this time of the year is free. It then steps up between 7 and 10 euros a night during the summer. We've had a bit of a busy day. We stopped at the Super U to get the washing done, and to be honest, that took forever. The 18 kilo tumble dryer it took about an hour and a half.
Don't even talk about it, I'm traumatised.
Say that again?
I said, don't talk about it, I'm traumatised.
She's traumatised.
There was a lady fluffing my knickers.
She was fluffing my pants as well. And I didn't even get any enjoyment out of it. Yes, a nice French lady came up and was telling Helen that she had to fluff the machine to make the drying work better. And while this was going on, I thought I'd check out Brian, because the fuel consumption malarkey had dropped to 22.3, and I just thought, that's not right. The engine's been performing alright, sounds quiet, it's not been an issue. The brakes weren't binding, nothing like that. So I just systematically started at the air intake, checked the air filter, and just at the point where it entered the turbo, I found a pipe that was a little bit loose. It wasn't hanging off, but it was a little bit loose. So I tightened that up. We fueled up there. I put some injector cleaner in, which I've been carrying around. I always carry injector cleaner in case you can only get cheap diesel. I had that once in Poland where I think I filled up with, I think it was vegetable oil. I wondered why it was cheap and I only got 12 miles to the gallon out of my Skoda. But anyway, we appear to be back up to 27.4 miles to the gallon, which is bang on schedule for Brian and has been for 3 years. Through Norway, Spain, France, over the Alps, he has averaged 27.6 miles to the gallon for thousands of miles. So I'm happy about that. But we're going to go and have a little look around. What's here?
Well, when we eventually get the van locked.
When we get the van locked, she says. What do you say? Look at her. Brought her to the seaside and she's done up like a snowman.
It's a little bit windy, so I'd rather go out and be able to take things off.
says a woman who's had her drawers handled by a French lady. Anyway, we'll come back to you in a bit. And that's how close you are to the big lake. You can go paddling it. I'll have a jet boat, get a boat.
You go paddling it.
I'm not going paddling in it now, but if you're here in June, you could definitely go and paddle in it. They might not even hear us past this brisk, fresh breeze. Oh, there's somebody kite surfing out there. I love kite surfing. I wouldn't do it because like it involves strength and cold water generally, and high winds, and the risk of pain and injury. And it's not for me. Well, everyone, we've come out for a little walk, as you can probably tell by our attire. This close
we don't wear this sort of clothing indoors.
Yeah, this close to the beautiful Atlantic coast of southern France. It's not too warm.
It's a little bit breezy, I think. I think if it wasn't breezy, it would be warmer. But
yeah, well, we are at Sanguinet, and this is Lake Sanguinet behind us.
It's very beautiful.
It's an internal lake. It probably was once near the sea, but it's probably not now. But we were down here for the first time in 2020 at a place called Biscarrosse, which is
we might go back there.
We might, because when we were there during a very short break in the COVID restrictions in 2020, I don't think we saw the best of it. So we'll go back and have a look.
I don't know if we'll see the best of it in January either, but you know, we might be a little bit more open.
We can certainly try, can't we? There's nothing wrong with trying.
And if it's not open, it don't matter.
There will be something open, as long as you don't try and get a nice fromage pizza from the little cafe.
Oh yeah, that was
which, if you go back and look at one of our videos, I think it was, I don't know, it might have been whatever it was. It was definitely 2020,
yeah.
And it's Biscarrosse. And yeah, Helen got a meat pizza by mistake, and me and Buffy had to eat it all.
I thought it was sun-dried tomatoes.
And it was big slices of pepperoni. But anyway, there's a lovely, 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 you know,
tranquil view.
You can see why this place would be banging in the summertime. There's two big, huge campsites, two separate aires, both at just €10 a night, and you could, you know, you got all your water sports, cycling. You could cycle around a lake. I reckon you'd probably do it in a day if you're good. Nice and easy.
It's lovely.
But say bye-bye.
Adios.
Wrong language. Au revoir.
After 200 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, route Tit.
Well, they maybe can hear me, or they can see out the screen. It's up to them. Yeah, it's always funny coming here, because like the name of the road is just like
and take the second
immensely
exit.
childish, because it's called the Rue de Tit, which I've got no doubt is something to do about the birds that live around here rather than anything else. But you know what? If you can't have fun with foreign languages, what can you do?
Just like Sheldon Cooper.
Right, now I think
After 100 yards, turn right, then you have reached your destination. It is on your left. Turn right, then you have reached your destination. It is on your left.
You are absolutely spot on. Sort of do call this now.
You have reached your destination. It is on your left.
The last time we came, it was absolutely hammering it down with rain as well. I seem to remember having to get out of the...
Yeah, you did. You had to get out to use the machine, didn't you? Oh well.
I haven't got my shoes on this time. I've only just jumped in the top of the slippers.
We're 2.5 years apart, similar sort of weather. A lot of branches falling overnight due to the wind.
It doesn't appear as windy here as it was.
No, that was blown straight off the lake though, wasn't it? So, hey,
That's right, okay. I better go and get my shoes on, I think.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it. Right, you got a pay machine here, and then I think you just put your card in the do free. So obviously, it's not free at the moment, but we'll come back to you when we're going in. Morning, everyone. According to the internet, it's Blue Monday. It's meant to be the most miserable day of the year. So we decided that we were only going to drive 14 miles from one lake to somewhere different. But it's not different because we've been here before, as you probably saw earlier. This is Biscarrosse Plage. It's a camping car aire. It's cost us €18 to park for 2 days. But I got a bit ratty with the machine because I accidentally sent the confirmation to my wrong email account. Oh dearie me. So of course I had to have a big man tant about that. And Helen was just like, leave me out of it, leave me out of it. What were you like?
I was just like, for God's sake, you can't make a mistake and then just like have the good grace to go, ooh, I've made a mistake, can you?
It's not
just got to be really hard on himself.
Yeah, it's not mine anyway. But anyway, it's a lovely place, probably not in January. You got pine trees galore. It's park as you like, as long as you fit in and you don't block the road. And if you can hear that noise in the background, that is the sound of the Atlantic bashing away at this shore. Now, there are amazing sand dunes all the way along here and beaches. But all these trees, it's one of the largest man-made forests in the world. And I believe it was started in the early 1700s. And they planted about 10,000 square miles of pine trees to stop the erosion of this coast. And as we get further down, we might see some more signs of that, where the beach has started to reclaim the forest. Ta-da! I'm going to have to try and hold the camera steady because the wind keeps catching it. Oh hang on, I'm going to have to come back. That is some big ass waves out there, and it is a very strong wind blowing off the sea inland. It's so big I almost expected to see Patrick Swayze getting ready to get his surfboard and sail out at the end of Point Break. But we're not walking along the beach today. We'll go find another way into town. What do you think of the madness?
Well, it's very bracey. I do like it, but I'm not walking along that shoreline. It just blew his hat off.
Yeah, and I'm having to handhold the camera because with the screen flipped out, the gimbal can't hold it against the wind.
It's great if you don't like to sort of see an awful lot of people when you're out walking though.
Yeah, I don't think there's many naturalists out down the other end of the beach either. It might be a bit cold.
It wouldn't be rude a tit then, would it?
No, there wouldn't be a lot to see in this weather. Anyway, we're going to go, it's getting smutty. What's it like surviving the zombie apocalypse?
I think the plague must have hit this place.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be any emptier than when we came in 2020, but guess what? We were wrong. Morning everyone, we're out and about on a bit of a hike. It's very intermittent weather. We've had a bit of blue sky, we've had hailstones, we've had rain. It's very windy, and we're just coming across a massive fire break in the forest. I'm sorry the camera's a bit jittery, but I've come handheld today. Kept the gimbal because I thought the rain was going to batter it. But yeah, we're out for a walk. And just a moment ago I says I just hope that one of these huge pine cones doesn't fall on our head. And at that exact moment a huge pine cone fell about 6 foot away from us with a mighty thud. And it was just like, how weird is that? How weird. But there's our buff, got to get her on her lead to get ready to cross the road. But we'll come back to you in a bit. Definitely less windy here.
Definitely, I might have to start shedding layers again.
Oh, God, walking along that beach was ferocious.
Well, it's good for your skin.
Yeah, nah. Well everyone, I should be really showing you about the lovely parking spot at Leon, but it's absolutely chucking it down. I've not parked on the grass for obvious reasons, so I've just parked near the road. Buffy is resting, despite there being some chickens over there in them woods. I'm just hoping that it'll dry out, because it looked like it's going to be a really nice village. Good afternoon. It's finally almost stopped raining, but it is fairly cool and it's still damp. And we're at a village called Leon near Aquitaine, still near the coast, just above Biarritz, but south of Biscarrosse. There's meant to be a beautiful lake to the north of us, but this is a camping car aire. It's free at this time of the year. We are the only people here. It's €12 overnight during the high season. You've got a full service point there, which at this time of year is off. But we've parked on the road because, as you can see, the amount of rain that they've had everywhere is sopping. And you know what? I wasn't going to risk parking my van and having to explain untoio tio, get the track tio. So we're going to park there and it'll all be good. But let's go and have a look at a lake. Stopped raining again, just about. Come down to the lake and the beach. They've got a nice restaurant behind us, which is closed. You've got public toilets, which are closed. You've got a kids' play area, which is open. But as you can tell by the amount of water running down here, you wouldn't want to be here too long. And these aren't just little puddles, some of them are like 3 to 4 inches deep. But yeah, got a lovely lake. It'll be beautiful here in the summertime. But that ain't now. But put it on your to-do list and come to Leon, L-E-O-N, like the Kings of, in Aquitaine, just north of Biarritz. This would be lovely. Would be.